No, we're live.
Oh, we're live. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to the Manny and Sean Experience podcast. We have heard your screams and yells. This week on our podcast, we're going to give you the most random things we could find to talk about. So stick around and stay tuned.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the Manny and Sean Experience. I already said that. So, number 2, take a shot for every time I say the Manny and Sean Experience podcast.
You want me to go get the liquor?
Get the liquor. Don't do this if you're driving.
I'm not.
My name is Manny if you're new here.
And I am Sean.
And we hope everyone out there is doing good, thriving, or at least surviving.
Yeah, one of those three things.
Yes, because if you're at least surviving, you're doing something.
True. And most of us out here just trying to survive anyway.
Absolutely. So welcome back. This is episode 75.
75, because this weekend is Cinco de Mayo.
I see what you did there. Oh my goodness.
I can't remember, what is it? 65? 65.
We'll go with that.
Okay. Did I not say it right?
Yeah, it's close
60.
enough. It's like when you ordered rice and beans in Puerto Rico.
What did I say?
Arrozo.
I didn't say arrozo. Arroz con pollo.
That lady looked at me like, ¿qué? Él quiere arroz con pollo.
I love how people correct my Spanish when I don't do it right when I'm in a different country. Like when we were in, the place with the beach, and y'all won that dance.
We go to a lot of beaches.
Trophy.
Oh, that was in Honduras.
And I was like,
Isla de Rotan.
I wasn't saying all that. I just asked you where we were. And the girl was like, do you speak Spanish? And I was like, un poquito. And she was like, no. Pequeña.
I don't recall that.
You don't?
I don't.
Oh, you were heavily intoxicated that day. So I'm sure you don't.
Maybe, yeah, I can probably confirm that. You should go watch the Carnival Celebration vlogs.
That wasn't it.
Wait, no, that wasn't it.
No.
Never mind. Don't go. Yeah, go watch those.
Go watch those if you haven't seen them. But that wasn't in that.
I'm probably intoxicated in those too.
You probably were.
I don't have a problem. I just like to enjoy my vacation.
I mean, we're on vacation when you're supposed to be.
Yeah, absolutely.
Having fun.
Well, I feel like we're already into this. Let's just jump into the mixtape.
You're in the mix.
So we just jumped into the mixtape because it sounded like we were in the mixtape. As we said at the top of the show, we're just going to talk about the most random things we could find because a listener sent the following. Enjoy the show, but sometimes you can get a little too political. It can be a turnoff. Just saying. I get awareness, but like y'all's banter on life and current events is best.
So be careful what you wish for, because that's what you're going to get today.
Yeah, I mean, what the hell were we talking about before we got into the mixtape?
Me speaking Spanish.
Spanish.
It's Cinco de Mayo.
Oh, Cinco de Mayo.
This weekend.
Yeah, when this
by the time this comes out, it'll already happen.
And
And we hope that you had a good one.
Yes, nothing says America like celebrating another country's birthday and not wanting them to be here.
That is what we do in America. We celebrate other people's holidays.
By getting drunk.
It's just an excuse to drink.
And I mean, the restaurants definitely be egging it on, though.
I mean, they do.
They'd be like, oh, yeah, sure, senor. We'll get some sombreros and buckets of beer and some tacos.
And then most people don't even know what Cinco de Mayo is.
What do you want? Do you want guac? You want guac? We get you guac.
Oh my God. Anyway, we're not being political.
No, we're not being political. That was just trying to be funny.
What are we talking about?
What are we talking about? So This is all about banter, and it's just there's no real structure here today. The first thing, oops.
And we're already off the rails. Got it.
All right, so we're gonna put this up on the screen, so if you're watching, you get to read along with us.
Okay.
A former mortuary worker in Arkansas has confessed to selling 24 boxes containing stolen body parts from donated cadavers. Candace Chapman Scott, 37, asked a Pennsylvania man on a Facebook group about oddities if he knew anyone interested in purchasing an embalmed human brain. The man then paid Scott $10.6 thousand to ship the remains.
Okay. First of all, at least they were donated.
Yes, at least she was not extracting them herself. You're correct.
Right. Because when I
'Cause
first.
that's what's that show called?
What show?
Where he would cut up the bodies.
Dexter?
Dexter. It's not a Dexter situation.
Yes, it's not a Dexter situation. Yeah, they're donated, so at least there's that. I don't know why people would buy body parts unless it's for curiosity or maybe they're practicing to be a mortician. But I feel like if you go to mortician school, they give you body.
I'm sure there's stuff to work on. I didn't know there was a market for
human
body parts
on Facebook?
On a Facebook group called Oddities.
I mean, that doesn't surprise me. I feel like you can get anything and everything you want offline. I mean, online, including on Facebook. You just got to join the right groups.
I mean, I assume if they were donated, maybe they were being donated for practice. And instead, she was then tapped into the black market of selling.
But the people that are buying it, why are they buying it?
I don't know. Wouldn't you want a nice embalmed head?
I don't want no dead body parts in my
We can
house.
put it right up here on our, if you're watching us exclusively on YouTube. Not YouTube, Spotify. We could put the brain right here on our set. An embalmed head.
So she was arrested?
Hell yeah, she was arrested.
Oh, okay.
Look at her mugshot. You could
It's
see it on Spotify.
okay. So it's illegal to sell human body parts for gain, but you can donate body parts.
Correct.
Got it.
I mean, I believe, and I could be wrong, I believe you can donate your body after death, kind of like you can donate your organs, but I believe you can donate your full body for research.
Yeah. I know about that.
Oh, well.
I don't think there's a box you check on your license, but like I know you can do it.
Excuse me. I'm sorry to hear that. Did you know that out there, people? So I feel like that's where the illegal part came in. Like, you were making a buck off of what was donated.
This was donated to you, and they were human remains.
Yeah. I mean, when I worked at the airport, we shipped, not a brain, but we shipped eyes once.
That's for like surgery though, right?
Yeah. It was like a heart transplant or whatever, or for a heart donation. Or,
Yeah.
What am I saying? Donation?
A transplant.
That. I feel like we had other body parts, but I can't remember. I remember the eyes, not because I saw them. They were in a box.
I don't think they going around like, hey, you want to see something cool? And then they lift the thing and there's some eyeballs on ice. Can you imagine?
But yeah, I remember it.
And then somebody go, ew, and does that and knocks them away.
Oh no, somebody's eyes.
Yeah. And then you got to pick them up and run them through them.
I'm not picking shit up.
Not you.
Anyways, I'm going to finish my story. So I remember it was one of my newer, I was dispatching the flight. I was pretty new at it. And then that box came from like cargo people. And he's like, you need to sign for these eyes. And I'm like, what? He's like, the shipment of eyes. I'm like, uh-huh. I did not read that on the outbound cargo. I figured that was something the ramp person would have done, but it's not going as cargo. It was going in the plane, in the closet. So that's how it ended up where I was. Anyways.
Cute story.
Thank you. That's all we're doing today. It's just giving you cute stories. What else random topic of nature do we have today?
Okay, so this one's kind of funny
Mm-hmm.
and kind of cute.
If you're on Spotify, you can see how cute it looks.
All right. I'm not gonna read the title because it's gonna spoil it, or maybe it won't. I don't know. A Utah couple's shy cat who went missing without a trace for 6 days was found in an Amazon warehouse in California. How did Galenia, is that the name of the cat?
So.
Okay. An indoor cat who's known for playing in boxes mysteriously traveled 700 plus miles. Her owners, Carrie and Matt Clark, mistakenly shipped her inside an Amazon return package. Despite going without food or water until a warehouse worker found Galenia, her blood work returned normal.
So if you're on Spotify for video, you can see the cat. The cat's like looking up, I guess, when they open the box and like, hello? What happened to me? I was thrown in this box. Actually, no. She's probably like, I found this box. I thought it was a cute box.
Yeah.
Because apparently she liked playing with boxes. And then all of a sudden, my mom and dad threw all these other boxes in here. And I was like, oh, this is great. I'm surrounded by boxes. And then my parents brought the tape and then put the tape on top of the box. And then I couldn't get out of the box.
I feel like it had to happen the other way, though, because I feel like if they were putting things in the box, they would have saw the cat. I feel like the boxes already had the stuff in it. And maybe they went to go get tape or something. And the cat was like, ooh, a box.
Okay, so let me do it again.
Okay.
Oh, hi. My parents are throwing all these great boxes into this big box. I'm going to climb into this big box because I want to be surrounded by the small box. Oh, wait. Mom's putting tape on the box. I can't see. It's dark in here.
Okay. But I'm happy that the cat survived. This reminded me of when we went to Disney for the day, and we had just the one dog at the time. We had Suki. And Suki loved to hide under the bed for whatever reason. I don't know why. She could barely fit under there most of the time.
She was fat.
And, and she would just... So, unlike Kenji, we could leave food and water out for her.
Uh-huh.
And she would just eat at her leisure or get water. Like, Suki was very self-sufficient. And we knew she wouldn't go to the bathroom in the house because she don't do that.
Nope.
She would hold it all day if she had to before she went in the house. And we weren't planning on being gone. We were going to go. We left early and we were going to come back. And it just never dawned on us. We shut the bedroom, the spare bedroom door and our door, and we left. And we came back. We were like, where is Suki? And we were calling her. Nothing. I was like, let me check the bedroom. And lo and behold, she was under that bed.
Open that door. She was like flying out like a Speedy Gonzales straight down the stairs to the water bowl.
She was thirsty.
She's like, you fucking bitches.
But that's her fault. Why are you hiding under the bed?
You fuck around and you found out.
Right.
You went under the bed because we had told you not to go under the bed.
Yeah, we will always be like, so we get from under the bed. Get from under the bed. And she...
And then you fucked around and you found out that you can get locked in the room.
But just like Suki was okay, we're glad that this cat was okay.
Yes. And can you imagine being the Amazon person opening this box?
I mean, thankfully, like, it wasn't somebody that freaked out and just like threw the box away.
And the cat flew halfway around the country and then died at the Amazon warehouse. No, the cat did not die. Just sure.
Cute.
All right. Are you enjoying these stories? I hope you're enjoying these stories. How many times do we have to say it? Don't approach the animals, people. A 40-year-old man was injured after walking up to a bison at Yellowstone Park while drunk, mind you, and kicking it in the leg. In addition to his medical bills, he's also now facing fines and possible jail time.
Have you seen this man?
I have not seen this man.
Okay.
They just showed the bison. Because I guess the bison is the
bad person.
Bad person in this.
He's not a person.
You know,
the bad one in the story.
Even though you went into his home and said, "Oh, I'm going to go kick a bison."
I don't ever understand these stories where animals get punished for humans being stupid. First of all, you are in the Grand Canyon. This is a wild animal. What in your... I know you were drunk. I understand.
Sorry,
he was drunk.
Yellowstone Park.
What did I say?
The Grand Canyon.
Oh, is that where Yellowstone is? I'm kidding.
I'm the one that's high.
Excuse me, audience. This man was in Yellowstone Park.
I think they're in different states.
I don't care. Yes, the Grand Canyon is in Nevada, isn't it?
I don't know. Continue with your statement.
Anyway, it doesn't matter where it was. This buffalo, did I get the animal right?
Bison. Jeez, you were not paying attention. Yellowstone is in Wyoming.
Where's the Grand Canyon? Wait, what did I say?
You said the Grand Canyon. Grand Canyon is in a whole different state, Arizona. Wyoming, Arizona.
Whatever. It doesn't matter. This is not a geography
Our
lesson.
geography teachers are not happy.
This is a lesson in minding your business. This is what it is a lesson in. This is a wild animal in his home, in his habitat. You had no right to go up to this animal and kick it, so you assaulted him. And then we're going to get mad when the animal assaults you back.
Yeah, self-defense,
Just like anywhere else.
Freedom to bear your arms. The bison bared, I'm going to kick your ass, is what the bison said.
You lucky you didn't die.
You lucky he let you get close. He or she let you get close for it. Because, I would think most bisons would be like, bitch, you're getting too close. I'm going to kill you.
Right.
But
no, I'm going to kill you.
He's like, this bison was like, you know what? All right, homie, you look a little intoxicated. I'm going to let you get close. Mm-hmm. It's okay. Don't get too close. Oh, now you want to kick me, bitch? All right. What you got? You on the ground now, ain't you? See, it's just leave the animals alone. And this is not the first time it's happened. It's happened.
No, this happened. It used to, I feel like there was a report every other week, like during one of these years, where people were either at the zoo messing with animals and then got pulled into a cage, or people that you see on YouTube that do those little safaris where you drive through with your car.
Yeah.
I don't get that because first of all, I don't want to be that close to the animal unless
there's one here in Florida.
I know. But you see like camels and giraffes and things putting their heads in your car and then they slobbering all over everything. And then you get mad and be like, throw the whole bag of food. And then they like, ooh, party over here. Like, I don't want to do any of that. But that's besides the point.
The animal is the victim here.
The animal is the victim.
This reminds me also of a story, I think it was a couple of years ago in Alaska, I believe. It was a cruise excursion where people went out and a polar bear attacked a cruise person.
Did they hurt the polar bear?
They killed the polar bear.
See, I hate that because you had no business in this polar bear's domain or whatever the animal is. I hate when the animal has to die because you decided to do something stupid.
Exactly.
He was minding his business.
You're in my home. It's like we said the other day. How would you like for somebody to walk up in your house and throw trash in it or come in and take a big old dump on your floor? I'm referencing also these people that recently in Florida thought it was funny to dump an entire trash bin of trash into the ocean.
Now, if they had got swallowed by a whale, we would have thought the whale.
We would have killed the whale to try to save the people.
I would have been like, fuck them. Like, they made a choice.
I mean, like, leave the animals alone. If you're going to go visit them, be respectful of their home. Like, you look
like there's already not enough polar bears in the world.
Exactly.
And we killed one.
I hope it was a polar bear. Does that sound right?
In Alaska?
Yeah.
Sure.
Moving to the next.
They have polar bears.
It was one of those winter bears.
A winter bear. The fuck is a winter bear?
I don't know.
All right. Next story. A Minnesota state senator has been stripped of their committee and caucus obligations after they were arrested on suspicion of burglary last week.
Oh.
Authorities say State Senator Nicole Mitchell broke into her stepmother's basement to take her late father's ashes and other items after a falling out with the stepmother. Mitchell has denied that allegation and claims she was at the house to check on a family member with Alzheimer's, per local CBS affiliate.
If you're on Spotify, you can see her face. She's giving me scary, like, I'm going to be up to no good if you cross me.
I mean, this happens a lot when someone dies, right? You might have loved the person. You love the person that passed away, but probably wasn't so happy with either the new person they married, or the person they were seeing, who now oversees the house that you used to live in or whatever. And, that's why they say people need to leave wills, so that we know what the person's final wishes were, so that they can be fulfilled and there's no fighting or needing to break into the house to steal somebody's ashes.
I mean, she could have replaced it with like sugar or something.
Okay, that's a possibility. I think if you don't get along with that person, like I said, I think the best thing is that you have to make sure that that relative has a will.
Mm-hmm.
Like, try to get that stuff in writing so that you don't get in trouble or attempt to do something as stupid as break into a house to take the things that you feel belong to you. But that person might have felt differently.
Yeah.
What is wrong with you?
Girl, I didn't steal the ashes. I'm just here to check in on Martha. She got dementia.
Well, how you get in the house? Because you ain't got no key.
Well, before Daddy died, he gave me a key to the house.
Show me your key.
I don't have it with me right now.
Because I checked the ring and you ain't come through the door.
Everybody in their damn ring cameras.
Everybody got a doorbell camera.
Speaking of ring cameras,
Lord.
This is like an episode of craziness. I'm so tired of people posting their Ring or Nest cameras in the community Facebook, and it's like, does anybody know this person? They're walking down on this street at 6:15 p.m. and they rang the doorbell and they stood outside and didn't say anything.
Facebook groups for communities or developments or neighborhoods or whatever are the worst. Because everybody gets into everybody's business. We had not a few months ago where somebody pepper sprayed somebody's child and their dog because their dog wasn't on a leash. Mm-hmm. And the man had older dogs and this person's dog wasn't on a leash. So it ran at this man and he didn't know if this dog was going to attack them or him. And he just let the pepper spray go.
And they knew those two dogs were... They were rehabbing them because they were rescues.
Yeah.
So they know they're not friendly to other dogs.
Right.
So here come the two dogs, big dogs too, because we know who it is in our neighborhood. And the dogs in question are very small. And here come two bigger dogs to attack the not friendly dogs. So what did the man do?
He pepper sprayed on.
He pepper sprayed the dogs.
And then I guess the child, her son, whatever, went over to get the dogs, and he had some pepper spray residuals, and then she made a whole hoopla about it. And I understand, but then like all the neighbors were like you shouldn't do this to a child, and blah 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 blah.
Call the police, report the man.
It got out of hand.
And they posted enough Nest camera pictures or videos for you to see the incident. It was just like,
it's too much. It's all too much.
The reason we have these cameras is if somebody does break into your house, that's it. We don't need to be posting, oh, so-and-so was standing outside, or this and that and that and that. But yeah, that dog, not to keep the random stories going, but that was a really interesting story in our neighborhood because like people really got against the man with the 2 rehab dogs. Like,
yeah, and Facebook has this thing now where you can post anonymously.
Yes.
Which is another like crazy feature because people can say whatever they want to say.
Mm-hmm. So now I can't trace it.
Right. But sometimes people can figure out who it is. But yeah, that whole situation was sad because it didn't have to escalate to where it was because you were in the wrong because your dog should not be outside and not on a leash.
I mean, legally.
I don't care how friendly your dog is. And we have other people in this neighborhood that do that too.
Yeah.
Let their dog roam and they think it's okay because they have their dog trained. And then there's that one lady down the street whose dog is not trained that she just lets wander the neighborhood. And I'm just like, what is wrong with you? And it's a small dog. And I'm just like, I'm so worried that dog is going to get hit by a car.
Alive.
Anyway, how do we get here?
I said, bring cameras. I'm tired of them.
All right, let's go back to Minnesota. Yeah, get a wheel. Stop breaking into people's houses and taking things that don't belong to you.
And close up the dog story. I felt bad for the man because he's an older gentleman trying to rehab these 2 poor dogs. And all he was doing was trying to walk the damn dogs so they could do their business and he can get back in
on a leash.
On a leash like you're supposed to.
Right.
Keep your dogs on leash. If they run out the house, put a gate so they don't walk out the house.
Or keep your dog, put your dog in the backyard. If you have a fenced in backyard, that's fine. That's your backyard. No one should be in your backyard.
And you know what happened again, right?
What?
The whole dog thing happened again.
With the same dog?
Same dogs, yeah. The second time I got completely deleted off of Facebook.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, was there pepper spray again?
There was no pepper spray that time.
Okay.
But the man had a stick. You notice he walks with a stick now.
Yeah. I mean, keep your damn dogs on a leash. I don't know why that's so hard.
Obviously you got a problem because your dogs keep running out.
And why are we doing this? This is not my issue, but since we brought up the topic of dogs, I may hurt some of y'all's feelings, and that's okay because this is my opinion.
We don't have that many.
It's not just my opinion. It is also the law that your dog should not be on retractable leashes. Now, I know some of y'all like, but my dog is on a retractable leash and I'm responsible, and that's cool. There's a lot of people in this neighborhood, for example, that love their dog to be 20, 40, 50 feet ahead of them on a retractable leash. And when another dog owner is coming, they have the dog right beside them on a short leash. You can't pull your dog because your leash is retracted all the way. And some people don't even like to walk there, stand in the yard and just retractable leash the dog to go wherever he wants to do to go to the bathroom. I hate retractable leashes. They are annoying, and I hate the people that walk with them. And not you. I don't hate you. I'm just saying.
He hates the leash, and I hate the leash too. I because it doesn't let you control the dog.
No.
And then you're trying to pull your dog in because it's getting hyper because it sees another dog, and all you're doing is releasing the leash more, so the dog is getting closer and closer.
Right. Or dragging the dog.
Or your dog doesn't need to be 26 feet ahead of you. Here in Hillsborough County, the law is 6 feet. That is how far your dog can be.
And the guy knows that we know a lot of people that their dog is more than 6 feet away from them. at any given time.
Anyways.
Sorry, didn't mean to go in that little rant.
Does anybody out there like chicken wings? I'm going to play this audio real quick.
I'm on the street. I was just wondering if somebody can order me some hot wings. Hey, that's not what 911 does. Okay. Yeah, have a good day.
So, just in case it wasn't already common knowledge, you should only call 911 in case of an emergency. In Atlanta, an Atlanta woman called the emergency hotline for assistance with a food order. As you heard in the audio, she said, I was just wondering if someone could order me some hot wings. The woman asked. The dispatcher was clearly caught off guard, taking a moment to respond before eventually saying, that's not what 911 does.
It is not. I'm sure they get like crank calls. Not crank, but like people die misusing 911 all the time.
Chicken wing? She said, I am out on the street and I am wondering if I could order something.
Then you know she was either drunk or high.
You got to be.
It had to be one of them.
You got to be something because like, but it's not like 411. Like you calling 911.
Again, drunk or high. And you just like, I wonder if they can transfer me over to the place that can give me some chicken wing.
I'm out here on the street and just wondering if you can order me some. Yes.
911, what's your emergency? Chicken wings. Yes, absolutely. Would you like a sauce with that? No sauce? Plain? Okay. Would you like ranch dressing and celery? Absolutely. I'm going to send this over to your closest wing spot to where you're standing out on the street. It'll be about 15-20 minutes. $1.99 tip. Thank you for calling 911.
I don't, again, drunk or high. That's the only.
I mean, she wanted chicken wings, so probably high. She hungry.
True.
The next one, I think we just have to let it speak for itself. So watch this quick clip.
I didn't feel like stopping on Phillips Road
Well, that's not your choice.
Well, I made it my choice.
Monroe County DA Sandra Dorley was caught arguing with a cop over speeding.
You were going 55 and a 35.
When the policeman tried to stop the woman, she ignored the officer and drove home. The cop pursued her and arrived at her home, making Dorley visibly upset.
Can you stay over here, ma'am? This
No,
is a
I'm
traffic.
not
This is
staying
this
over
is illegal.
here.
Can you have a supervisor come to the scene?
No, get out of my house.
She tried to use her status as district attorney to make the officer leave.
Did you talk to Dennis? This is ridiculous. You know what I've been dealing with all day? 3 murders in the city. And do you think I really care if I was going 20 miles over the speed limit?
The supervisor soon arrived to help the officer, upsetting Dorley even more.
Then just write me the ticket. I really don't care.
Dorley was eventually given a speeding ticket. Later, she issued a statement admitting her guilt and apologized.
So a New York DA confronted a cop over a traffic violation, as you saw in the clip. She's the Monroe County DA, Sandra Dorley. She was caught speeding, doing 55 in a 35. And when the policeman who had his lights on
And sirens.
She drove all the way. She decided to drive to her home.
She did. She wanted to be in the comfort of her house.
She parked in her garage.
She had a very long day.
She got out the car like...
She was working 3 murders that day.
She got out the car like, I'm home.
These are all things she said that I was like tagging on to Sean. She said, bitch, I'm home.
I'm home.
I'm tired.
And the deputy was like, hey girl, did you not see my lights and sirens? And she was like, I thought it was for somebody else. Why would you pull over a black SUV? Now that's where you had me fucked up, because I was like, what do you mean? Why would you pull over a black SUV?
Should we buy a black SUV?
Do they not get pulled over? I feel like black SUVs with tinted windows would get pulled over more than anything.
I guess important people write in black SUVs, you know.
Which leads
J-Lo, Janet, Beyonce, the president.
So you don't pull them over because they might be famous. All right. Which leads me to the next thing she said. That, okay, the cop told her it was for you. I was pulling you over because you were doing 55 and a 35. To which she answered, okay, so what? And I was like, this is a different level of interaction with the police that I have never seen.
She even said, "Do you think I care that I was driving 20 miles over the speed limit?"
She said, "What? I don't care. Do you know who I am?"
She said, "I work." Wait, what did he say? No, the officer something about the DA. She's like, "I am the DA.
Right.
Let me get you my badge."
She said, "I'm the district attorney." And she was like, "I handle these." And it's talking about the speeding ticket. And he was just dumbfounded.
You know, but I also like how much time she got before he took her ass down.
That too. Look, not to go on another rant. I understand that, you know, there are people out here who support law enforcement. And I'm not saying that I don't support law enforcement, because if somebody brings it to my house, I'm calling the police.
Popo.
But we all know what happened during 2020 and 2021. We all remember Black Lives Matter, the protests. We all remember George Floyd. I'm sorry, I'm getting political. He said, "All right, we gonna skip it." But this level of interaction that she had, and the gall and audacity that she had to say the things to this man who was doing his job, which he kept repeating, "I'm just doing my job. This is a traffic stop." Mind you, this woman went into the house, her little dog came out, and he was like,
not on a leash.
It was not on a leash. He was like, "Ma'am, you cannot go in your house. This is a traffic stop." And she was like, "Oh my God."
She just wanted a margarita and just wanted to kick off her heels and sit down by the pool.
So she finally, like, he called his supervisor, and then like 2 more cops showed up, and he was trying to ask his supervisor, like, how this should be handled.
She called the chief.
She called the chief of police. And I'm just like, this is, okay, I can't be political. This is
privilege.
Privilege. It is peak privilege.
Yes.
It's peak privilege, because how you going to sit here and tell this man, "I don't care that I was doing 55 and a 35.
I mean, that's criminal, right?
Yeah, it's criminal speed. If it was Frank from YouTube, he wouldn't give a damn who you were.
Oh no, we've seen plenty of people.
That's true.
He gonna take their car and impound it.
So the fact that she gave this man such a hard time, she called the chief, he called his supervisor. They had to come over here and talk to her to calm her down. She finally took the ticket and was like, "I'll gladly pay it." She was like, "My office takes care of these anyway," which also sounded like real sus to me, because I'm like, if you're getting this ticket, are you just saying that you just gonna null and void it, or are you really gonna pay it? So there's been so much media coverage over it that she had to do an apology video.
She did an apology video. She had a great setting.
Carrie Lake should find out who her videographer is.
She really embodied the "I am sorry" view. It was very natural, no makeup, the hair wasn't done. She just wanted to be like, "I'm one of you. I made a mistake." We have a clip. Here's a clip.
Last Monday, I failed you and the standards that I hold myself to. And for that, I am so sorry. What I did was wrong, no excuses. I take full responsibility for my actions. I fell short of the values I've held for my entire 33-year career. I didn't treat this officer with the respect that he deserved. All police officers deserve respect. I am truly and sincerely sorry. I had just come from work. I was dealing with 3 homicides that occurred over the weekend. I watched a video where an innocent cab driver was executed. And I was still reeling from a frightening medical concern that my husband received that afternoon. But we all had bad days and stress, and it was wrong for me to take it out on an officer who was simply doing his job. While I previously apologized to him, I will say it again. I'm sorry. Police already have a tough job, and that day I made this officer's job harder. To the community, I owe you full transparency. Here's what I'm doing to hold myself accountable. First, I already pled guilty to the speeding ticket, and I will willingly pay the fine. Next, I'm referring the entire matter to a district attorney from another county for review and will fully cooperate with that investigation. I'm going to self-report this incident to the grievance committee, and I will cooperate with their investigation. Finally, if one of my assistant district attorneys had acted this way, I would have disciplined them. So I'm disciplining myself. I will take ethics training to remind myself that professionalism matters. I've been humbled by my own stupidity, and I am fully to blame. I will make this right. I ask for your forgiveness.
See, she made a mistake. She's going to hold herself accountable. And she's going to take some little 20 module course that somebody like Sean created. And that's apparently enough reprimand for her. In addition to reporting herself and pleading guilty and gladly paying the fee.
People are calling for her resignation. There are investigations into her behavior because it was appalling. Because no city leader, no government leader no one should be above the law. Political side.
She was like, I know the law better than you do.
She did. She said that to him. And I'm just like, man, like, this police officer is doing his job. You were speeding. You got pulled over speeding, just like any other Joe Blow would have. Actually, if it was any other Joe Blow and they acted that way, they would have been probably tased or in handcuffs. And
they would have definitely said, step out of the vehicle.
Yeah. With your hands up.
I mean, blessed be to her. She was able to get out of that. Like, it reminds me of a police chief in the city of Tampa.
Oh my God. Yes. That was funny.
Who was, her husband was pulled over driving a golf cart.
They were drunk.
In the neighboring city of St. Petersburg, Florida.
No, they were in Pascal.
They were wherever she was at the time. And they were both drunk as birdies in the little golf cart. And she said to the police officer, do you know who I am?
I love when people say, do you know who I am? Because, girl, honestly, if I knew who you were, I would have told you who you were, and it wouldn't matter.
Because, again, he was doing his job. Driving while intoxicated. Also works in a golf cart.
I mean, but she was like, is your body cam on? Is your cam on? She was like, look, I'm the Tampa chief of police. She was like, and I can,
bitch, she gave him a card and said, if you need anything, let me know. Needless to say, she resigned.
She resigned.
And you know what? They had picked the wrong one anyways.
We should have picked
the young lady from Miami.
Mm-hmm. But that's who we should have picked, but we didn't because
they were concerned about her being too vocal and a little
pigmented,
a little
melanin.
So you reap what you sow.
And here we are.
Who's
the chief of police now?
The Tampa chief of police now. Did they even do a search? I thought they just promoted
somebody from inside.
When I Google it, she still comes up, but his name is Lee Barkall.
Is he interim or is he actual?
Nope. 1 day ago, he signed the 3 years deal to continue at the city's top. So, breaking news right here on the Mania Sean Experience. If you give a fuck about the Tampa police chief, he has agreed to 3 more years.
Most people are like, I don't live in Tampa. What is this about?
He promises not to drive a golf cart while intoxicated.
No, he didn't say that. I don't even know why I asked.
Well, that's been our silliness for today. We hope you've enjoyed our randomness. Should we go into what's your issue?
Sure.
Perfect.
Are we doing listener questions?
Run. Oh yeah, we had one. we did some more verbal, not verbal. We did.
Okay. start again.
We did some more random searching on our answers and queries and stories, and you should go in there and submit something. It's anonymous.
It's anonymous.
I wish I could find out who it was.
Just like on Facebook.
Some of them I'm like, who the fuck is this? Anyways, so our listener input was the one I read at the top of our show. This next one is a story. I'm going to let you read it because I feel like my aligners are... Okay, I'll try to read it.
Okay.
You just don't put no umph into it.
I don't put no umph into it? Give me the story.
Oh. Okay. Oh, they did not need to hear all that horse collaring in their ears.
My ex-husband was in the military. And after one of our tours, we moved to a new state where we knew nobody. We quickly made friends with his coworker and his wife as they were our age and had small kids. We hung out together, etc. A few months into the friendship, the couple decided to divorce. Shortly after, my now ex asked me for a divorce. Okay, so couple friends, now divorce friends. Not everybody's friends. I was devastated and turned to my friend, wife's coworker, for emotional support. I poured my heart out to her, trying to figure out what to do. The plot twist is she was sleeping with my husband and feeding him information that I was sharing. Oh, and the husband knew they were sleeping together, as on one occasion, he watched them have sex. How about them apples? Okay, sir.
Child, that sounds like something you would watch on one of these TV shows, like Murder Mystery.
It does.
Thankfully, nobody died in this situation, I don't think.
No one died. I'm
sure they would have mentioned that.
I'm trying to figure out the genders here because it says my ex-husband was in the military. So I'm assuming this is the wife. And after one of our tours, we moved to a new state where we knew nobody. We quickly made friends with his coworker and his wife. So his coworker is a man, wife. She's a wife. She's a woman, I assume.
Sean is breaking this down.
They hung out, blah, blah, blah. The couple side divorced. They divorced.
Okay.
I was devastated and turned to my friend, the wife. Okay, so it was girl talk for emotional support.
Like, girl, hey, this is what's going on.
I put out my heart to her, trying to figure out what to do. Because I trusted
this bitch.
And then she was sleeping with my husband, feeding him information. And the husband knew that they were sleeping together. So he's a cuck.
A what?
A cuck. Why did you laugh at that?
Do you want to explain what that is? Some people.
So cucking, cuck holding. It is when, like, you have a married couple or a boyfriend and girlfriend. Either the boyfriend likes to watch the girlfriend or wife have sex with another man or another woman, or reverse the roles. The wife likes to watch the man have sex with another woman or another man. There you go. Learn something new if you didn't know.
That story is just like a plot for a movie.
It is. Now, I wonder what she did.
Like a lifetime original.
I feel like everybody fucked her over. Her husband, her friends, everybody fucked her over. I know that she got a divorce, but your husband was already sleeping with homeboy's wife.
This was me. I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about you. And I surely don't give a fuck about you.
Why? Because I'm sickening.
Because I'm sickening.
I try to find that clip from Drag Race all the time, and I can never find it.
Wait. Okay. And then there's my favorite clip. Was it Nene that said this? I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about you. And I surely don't give a fuck about your gay ass. I forgot.
What's that, Nene? It sounds like something Nene would say.
Anyways, thank you for sharing that story. I am just in awe of some of the stories we're getting and truly do appreciate them. Because
whoever sent that, I hope you are doing well now. I hope you are in a better place and thriving. And I hope the rest of them are raggedy and broke.
Just like our friend from another episode who, you know, his best friend would leave the boyfriend.
Of 12 years.
And now she still don't got that man and she alone. You know?
I hope you're thriving.
Thriving. Right. Now we're going to move into what's your issue? Learn something new. You're always doing that.
That's what the song is.
Anyways, welcome to What's Our Issue?
What's our issue?
What's your issue? What's your issue? If you're new here, it's a segment we love to vent our grievances with the world.
So my issue happened to me today.
Euphoria.
It's happened a lot. Euphoria. The Kendrick Lamar disc. So we took our dog to the vet today. He has to get his shots every 28 days to help with his arthritis. And when we were there, we was like, we might as well get his dog food. And we were like, cool, we'll get what we usually get. And then we went over there and noticed that the price is now
$100.
$100. Before that, I believe it was $79. Or maybe it was $89.
When he first got on the medication?
It was $79.
Yeah.
Then it was $89. Now it's $99. Listen, everything is too high. Everything is too high. People can't afford rent.
Green beans, tomatoes. You name it.
Everything is high. I watched a YouTube video of a guy the other day that got laid off at Tesla. And he plans on sleeping in his car for the next 5 years because everything's too high. He's going to sell his house and all his belongings and just trust in the stock market and try to turn a profit. Everything is too high. And I'm not saying this to be political. I know y'all know everything is too high. I'm looking for a hotel for us to enjoy Memorial Day weekend. It's too high.
And not only that, then everybody want to add a little fee. You know,
a resort fee, $30 to park a night. $30, bitch. This is your hotel. Where the hell am I supposed to park at?
Take the train.
They give you two options. You can do valet, which is $30, or you can park it yourself for $30. I'm like, what's the point? So one of them, somebody else is going to drive my car to another parking lot, and I got to tip that person.
Oh,
because you know they're going to want to tip.
Expensive, yeah.
And you going to charge me $30 a night to park my car at the hotel that I am staying in?
Look, everything is too high. Everybody want to nickel and dime you. It's wild.
Don't get me started. Airlines, y'all too.
Airlines, restaurants, delivery services.
In the world did we go from business class, first class economy to now business class, premier world economy, light world economy, Fantastic Four economy? Like, what are we doing? On top of that, you want to charge me an arm and a leg for my bag, so everybody try to fit anything into a carry-on, and then they're like, well, girl, if your carry-on doesn't fit in this little slot over here, we're going to charge you for it before you get on the plane. I don't take Spirit anymore. Or Frontier, for that matter. Because they nickel and dime the hell out of you. You might as well just buy the United or Delta plane ticket and just pray you can get an economy seat. I'm just tired. Everything's expensive, and I'm tired.
Tired.
That's my issue.
Tired of expensiveness. He's tired of everything being so.
At least I don't have to pump gas
expensive.
Anymore.
Well, people will say, well, you're spending it on electricity.
But I'm not really. Our electricity bill has not gone up.
No, the electricity.
It just goes up because Tico decides.
Tico decided to raise it across the board to everybody by a percentage point. And they talk about, oh, we're going to lower prices next year. Yeah, right. Bullshit.
Anyway, what's your issue?
I don't have an issue this week.
Oh, okay.
So cool. I'm so happy you had an issue. But y'all, let me let you on a little tea here. Kendrick Lamar recently released a song today called Euphoria. And his rhyme on the opening of this is crazy. He said, "Them superpowers getting neutralized. I can only watch in silence. The famous actor we once knew is looking paranoid and now spiraling. You're moving just like a degenerate. Every antic is feeling distasteful." Do y'all know who he's talking about? Do y'all know who he's talking about?
Yeah, we know who he's talking about.
Y'all go listen to that Kendrick Lamar song. I was like, damn, don't piss Kendrick Lamar off.
I mean, Drake started it. So,
I mean, don't start none.
it won't be none.
And Kendrick's sad and quiet.
Because sure, Drake can write another song. And I don't know how long this back and forth is going to go. But I just feel like Kendrick, who also released another song today, this morning on Instagram. Just another warning shot. Like, please don't play with me. But hey, if Drake wants to play, he's here for it.
I mean, he is wild. No, you're a master manipulator and habitual liar. He just went in. Anyways, I just had to share it because I listened to that song this morning and I was like, oh my God. I knew there was beef because I'd seen it on TikTok, obviously, before it vanishes from our world. But that's where I saw it and I was like, oh. But then he came out with the song. I was like, ow.
Yeah, this has been going on for weeks now. But we're not going to get into the Drake and Kendrick beef today.
Okay. We will not.
Do you want to?
No, I don't want to.
Okay.
I just wanted to share the song. Go stream Euphoria on Spotify.
Go stream Euphoria.
It's not sponsored. It is a 6-minute song, so you do have to dedicate some song to it.
But you know the thing that I appreciate about Kendrick Lamar is he makes people think. And his lyrics in all of his songs, not just the diss tracks, but especially in this diss track, it's
very pointed.
It is very pointed and it is godlike. I will say
He
that.
was like, okay, you want to step up and play with me? I got one for you. And I'm going to air out stuff that I know has happened between you and I.
Yeah.
So I still like Drake and Kendrick. But Drake puts down some good bops here and there.
Drake has bops. I'm not disputing that.
That song he did with Bad Bunny is fire.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, that'll do it for this week's Unhinged podcast. But we can't call it that because we already called another episode that. Maybe we'll call it Unhinged Part 2.
Okay.
The Return of Crazy.
Thank you so much for joining us. You can find us on your favorite social platforms and anywhere that they play podcasts by searching for MASXP23. You can also find us on YouTube where we have 3 Virgin Voyages vlogs from Manny's birthday out. So go check those.
And you can also send us your questions, stories, queries, insults. There is a anonymous link located on our Instagram bio page. Check it out, or you can email us if you want us to know who you are at mannyandsean@gmail.com. MANNYANDSHAWN@gmail.com. Don't you love when people read emails really, really fast? That happens at work. It's like, can you add my personal email? It's GTRTAMM467984
No, girl,
at yahoo.com.
like, can you just send it to me in an IM?
Sometimes I'm just like, I got that. And I just send it right on to their work email. I don't got time to figure out. Like, sometimes people are even embarrassed to tell me their.
Because it's so long?
No, because they probably created it when they were younger.
That's how my email is. I made my email when I was like,
yeah. But
college.
They chose words that were probably not appropriate. I remember when I worked in admissions, there was this girl who applied, and no lie, her email was big titties. And then there was like a number at gmail.com. And I'm like, you're applying for a professional nursing program. I would have advised you to open a free Gmail account that just had first dot last name.
I would have looked at it and been like, I'm sorry, what? Your email is big titties?
Take this tip. Update your email before applying to any job or doing anything professional in your life. Update your email because you don't want to be judged by big titties.
All right. And as we say here, do something good for somebody. I don't know. Do something good for yourself.
And then do something good for somebody else. It is Mental Health Awareness Month, all month long. Make sure you're checking in on yourself, your friends, and to find those resources when you need to have a conversation with somebody besides the wall.
Right. All right, y'all. We're out.
See you on the next one, my friends. Bye.
Bye.